Alright, how's everybody doing? I hope your semester's just going great, like TJ and mine. I'm Chad Wheeler, TJ Fleming's here we go. What is choice theory? Choice theory is an explanation of human behavior development by Dr. William Glasser. We'll talk about him here in a little bit. Some choice theories, they have 7 caring habits, 7 deadly habits. We'll talk about that as well. So this is a great topic. Some of the stuff that goes on with choice theory is it's a human problem such as what is called mental illness, drug addiction, violent crime, school failure, and some other stuff. But we want to talk about the good things, and then we'll talk about the bad things. So let's talk about the good things. Caring habits of choice theory. These are some 7 caring habits of supporting, encouraging, listening, accepting, trusting, respecting, and negotiating differences. Now, I got a question. I mean, how awesome is this? We want to support, we want to encourage, we want to listen, we want to accept, trust, and respect. Doesn't that sound like a mission? If anybody of you have been on a mission, that sounds like a mission to me. Some of the bad habits of choice theory are criticizing, blaming, complaining, nagging, threatening, punishing, bribing, or rewarding to control. You know, question, and maybe you have differences here, or are some of these bad or are some of these good? I mean, complaining, I remember when I was a little kid, I used to complain to get my way, and then bribing people to get rewards or control. But that's what is different about being good or bad and in this choice theory. Sister Greenwood talked about the 10 axioms of choice theory, and some of these axioms I want to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and read through these 10 real quick. As the person who has behavior can control, let's start over there. The person whose behavior we can control is our own. Yeah, I totally agree with that. We can give other persons information. All long-lasting psychological problems are relationship problems. A problem's relationship is always part of our present life, and what happens in the past has everything to do with what we are today, but we can only satisfy our basic needs right now and plan to continue to satisfying them in the future. We can only satisfy our needs by satisfying the pictures in our quality world. Let's highlight quality world because I know Sister Greenwood did, and we'll talk about that. All we do is behave. Other behavior is total behavior and is made up of 4 components: acting, thinking, feeling, and psychology. So we'll talk about our psychologically. Sorry about that. I'm having a hard time. And all total behavior is chosen, but we only have direct control over the acting and thinking components. We can only control our feelings indirect through how we choose to act and think. All total behavior is designed by verbs named by the parts that are most recognized. So, I know you're going to hear my voice a lot, and I do apologize. TJ's got some stuff going on, and I just decided to take a little bite on this project and work really hard with him as well as me. And he put a lot of work in this, so it's not just me. We'll give credit to TJ as well. Who is the founder? The founder of choice theory is Dr. William Glasser. Dr. William Glasser, you look right there, and doesn't that kind of look like a member of the 12 apostles? He kind of does. He looks, maybe I'm weird, he kind of looks like L. Tom Perry to me. Anyways, I'm sorry I jumped off topic, but the founder of choice theory, this was back in 1998. It first was introduced in 1996, I believe, and then Sister Greenwood said like they published a book or something in 1998. So I'll go and find that out for us. A little bit about Dr. William Glasser. I don't want to talk a lot about him, but he was American. Some of the cool things that he did was when he talked about suicide, he kind of did like reverse psychology. It's like, are you really suicidal, or what is suicide? Why are you thinking that? You know, so he just doesn't want us to do that. Glasser's advocate the condition of mental health as public health issues. So it was really cool how Sister Greenwood said that, if you want to look back on the podcast. Let's dive into choice theory now, an understanding of these needs as well as other major components of choice theory. There is some categories of this: the basic needs, the quality world, which we'll highlight, the perceived world we'll talk about, the comparing place, total behavior system. These can help us build and maintain better relationships with the important people in our lives and lead us to happiness and more satisfying lives. A little bit of the basic needs. These are genetic basic needs for genetic structures. These needs are general motivations to do everything we do: survival, love and belonging, power, freedom, fun. Let's talk about survival. Survival is not only as individuals but to species. This includes the need to response, love, and belonging. We should all do this at BYU Idaho, don't you think? Have a relationship, social connections, and give and receive affections and feel part of a group. Power is just to be recognized for our achievements and skills. Freedom is to have choices and the ability to take control of direction of one's life. To have fun. Who's having fun on these projects? You know, I don't want to lie, these projects are awesome, but they take a lot of time, but we can make them fun, can't we? Quality world. Let's highlight quality world. Quality world is a personal picture problem of all people, things, ideas, and so forth. Some examples is meet one or more of the basic human needs, are changing and changeable, are unique, vary in levels of intensity, and so on. Perceived world. Our perceived world for us is our reality, because these are made up of perceptions, and perceived worlds are high sustainable, based on one's culture, age, gender. You know, we talk about a lot of that, to be unique. And you know, we have a perceived world, and we need to choose with our choice theory how we look at that. I mean, went on a cool little activity with some people, and some people of not of our religion, and it was the way that I perceived them that made the trip make it or break it. So we have to have fun. Look at that low battery, so we'll hurry through this. Comparing places. We need to be considerate of this. Comparing places describes the process that happens continuously in the brain, so it's like our choice theory. Total behavior, we talked about this a little bit. Total behavior is made up of 4 components. Found this little diagram, I thought that was kind of cool. So it talks about acting, thinking, feeling, and psychologically. So we talk about that. That's behavior system there. A little bit of our references. We found a lot of this. We wanted to talk about choice theories and just how it went. So Sister Greenwood was a big help. We also looked up at this website here, what is choice theory, and we found a lot of our information on this, and it was really neat. Just backing up real quick, I thought it was really neat just to remember these 10 axioms of choice theory. I think that's going to be really important to know and to highlight. Another thing real quick is do know the basic needs, quality world, perceived world, and we'll show a little bit more on this on the handout. Anyways, we appreciate you just being in this class. This class has made us grow and learn and be very awesome in learning about choice theory. So, you know, Both TJ and I are country boys, so we say keep on pushing on and y'all can do it. So let's all get her done.